Alrighty, Mr. Gatekeeper here. I would like to introduce a new radio into my arsenal. Oh boy. Before I got this bad boy right here, I'd probably say the strongest Cobra 29 hot radio that I had done right around 14 bird or so. Somewhere right around that area. And it was a Stickman modified 29. And as you all know, we've had a great loss to the hobby. Mr. Stickman has passed on. It was a big loss for me. The guy was a blessing to me, no doubt about it. I learned a good bit from Mr. Stickman, especially when I first got into the hobby. And boy, did I love his radios. I loved his tunes. I'm surprised I don't own maybe quadruple the amount that I do. I've sold so many of them. I wish I would have hung on to a lot of them. But, you know, I always had that attitude, well, I can get rid of one here and there, and I'll always be able to get another one. This right here is a remarkable tune done by Mr. D. Rail at the Wolfman CB shop, which is only about an hour from me, 45 minutes to an hour. And I mean, this bad boy is rocking. I was shocked when I got it and popped the bottom off of it and looked inside there. They definitely have made an art to what they do. Young fella, younger than me. I'm a young guy myself, younger than me. And when I seen the inside, my mouth dropped. I mean, there's copper heat sinks on the audio chip, all back here in the back. I mean, this radio weighs a lot more than a regular Cobra 29 does. And when I asked him, you know, I'd like to see one of his tunes, because I'd been hearing through the grapevine about him. This is maybe near medium of what he can offer. There's still levels above this, and I mean, he let me know that too. I mean, there's more stuff that can be done if you really want it hopped up. I basically told him that I was looking for about a 16 watts RMS, a 16 watt radio, because basically, as you all know, I've got a 4-watt bench radio and I've got an 8-watt bench radio. And my 8-watt radio is not actually an 8-watt radio. It really does about 12 watts RMS. And I've just got the voltage turned down on this bad boy right here to make it do 8 watts. Well, I told him, you know, I was wanting a 16-watt radio, and it would be nice if it done maybe a little bit more, so I could just turn the voltage down on the supply that I was using it. It's always good to have a little bit more if you need it. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I'm about to demonstrate what this bad boy's doing, and it was actually doing about a watt more when I first tested it with this mic right here. And this mic just now croaked on me today. Actually, the green wire, I don't know what that is. I ain't looked and seen, but anyway, the green wire come undone. I mean, it was on its last leg anyway. I've been stretching this thing back and forth for a year or two. But with that mic right there, this bad boy did 19 bird easy. Just smooth, 19 bird, no problem at all. I had to hook this mic up right here. So it's doing a little less than what it was doing with that mic. I'd like to point that out. Mics actually have a lot to do with this stuff. Some mics match up to radios better than others. You can hook up one mic to one radio. I've seen it happen. And hook up another mic, and you can almost have near half the amount of wattage more or less. It's just some mics connect well. I know it's got a lot to do with impedance and stuff like that with the mic. That's why I know I've always sat there and gone through mics, but mainly it's for, you know, which sounds the best. But some mics will work with a radio better than others. I definitely never use power mics on the bench. Never. I always like to use dynamic mics, just regular mics, no power. But this is now my hot radio. So I'm going to have 4 watts, 8 watts, 16. You won't see me using this radio in every one of my videos. On specific amplifiers, I will be using it. Probably won't see me driving the Texas Stars with this bad boy or nothing like that. Especially not the 667s. Well, anyway, I have a 25 watt slug in right now. You know, one thing I did is forgot to hook up a dang voltmeter. Could y'all trust Gatekeeper to know it's exactly at 14.5 volts? That's where it's at. It's 14.5. I've got it on this switcher back here, if you can see it back there. I actually went ahead and just turned that switcher all the way up, and it was like 14.5, 14.6, but it's right there at 14.5, 14.6, somewhere right there. And yes, I did turn it up to 50. I hooked it up on, what supply did I hook it up on? I think it was this one right here, yeah. I hooked it on this supply and turned it all the way up to, like, I think it's 15.2 or something like that. And I had no problem at all getting right there about 20 watts out of it. But I'm not going to be using that supply on that one. So, I mean, what I mainly wanted to see is how much this thing's going to do on the supply that it's going to be on all the time. You know, I could care less if this thing did 25 bird on that supply. If it don't, I want to see what it's going to do on the supply that I'm going to be running it on from here on out. And the next thing is, the reason I'm hooking up on that switcher back there is I can get in there if I have to and modify it to turn the voltage down if I need to. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to turn, I hadn't tested it out yet, but I'm pretty sure I can turn the voltage down as it is now to get it doing right there at 16 bird, because that's what I needed to do. 16. I want to do 4, 8, 16. Just sitting there and doing them increments like that. Alright, 25 watt slug. So we're looking at the top scale. Go. See, right there, almost at 18 bird. Oh, 18 bird. Right there at 18 bird. Like I was saying, it was doing 19 with that other mic, just to let you know. Holding. When we get out of this thing, we holding. Old Gatekeeper cruising, running this D-Rail modified 29 hop and 18 bird. Big hot radio. Got down. Woo! This thing's popping, boy. This thing is something else. You think I got chicken skin on me? Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, boy. Woo! This thing's amazing, buddy. D-Rail, you need to pull your pants up, bud, because you showed your butt off on this one, my man. And his brother D-Win, them cotton pickers, man, they something else, man. They something else. I love seeing young people like that doing what they're doing. We need more young people in this hobby, big time. Because, I mean, it's a dying hobby. We all know that. But, we need more young people in it. And them dudes, I can only imagine where they'll be, you know, in 10 years plus. Y'all need a good competition / hot / bad to the bone Cobra 29 tune. Holler at old D-Rail at the Wolfman CB shop. Tell them Gatekeeper sent you if you don't mind. Tell them old Gatekeeper sent you. They will take care of you. I'll put the number in the description. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do next I'm going to give you a call up, D-Rail. And I'm going to say I want the biggest and the baddest Frankenstein cotton picking 29. So many blowers on it that when I turn the radio on, I want it levitating. I want to turn that radio on and see that cotton picker doing this right here, just levitating with so much air coming off of it, man. Just levitating, just like that right there. Just levitating it. Key that cotton picker down. See about 100 bird coming. I'm just kidding. I do want to get a big bad one, like you said. You can put a blower. Well, you'll have to put a blower in there. When it comes to this right here, man, it's all about heat transfer. You want to keep it as cool as possible, just like with our amplifiers. So that's what it is. There's amplifiers in this radio, different stages of amplification going on. Whew. It's amazing, man. Y'all work some magic. That's all I got to say, man. 18, 19 bird out of a single final radio. And here's another thing too, man. I know a lot of you won't believe this, and I wish I could prove it to you right here on the bench, but hey, I only have what I have, as in test equipment. This is a clean radio. The automated limiter circuit is still in it. The limiter is still in it. This is a clean radio. He does not let any of these go out the door without it looking like it needs to on a spectrum analyzer. That right there is what shocks me, because I've seen videos and pictures. They've got a fairly expensive spectrum analyzer over there. And I'm telling you, I've seen it. It's hard to believe that a single final radio can be doing this type of output. Oh yeah, I need to show peak, don't I? I'll do that real quick. It's doing this amount of output and can still be clean with acceptable spurs on each side and still be clean. That is just remarkable to me. Because usually when you got a radio doing this much, being a single final, it's a nasty radio, and that's not the case for this. So they've done two different things here. They've made a single final radio do more than I honestly thought I would ever see in this hobby. I didn't really think I'd see no more, maybe 14, 15 at the most, out of a single final radio. I mean, they can get over 20 bird plus. They can get 22, is what he tells me. Maybe even more. I don't know. You'll have to talk to him about that yourself. This is perfect for what I wanted for. I wanted to double, and what I was going to have to do is, I'm about to press pause. I'm about to run out. I'll show the peak. Give me 1 second. All right, real quick. I'm about to lose space. 250 watt slug. Yeah. That's right there, about 65 to 70 watts peak. Yeah. It's amazing, man. Wolfman CB. Holler at me if you need the number. I'll put it in the description.